Okay, so we're back again with more UVing. So yeah, we've done the hand and that, and we don't have to do it again, so we're just going to duplicate it across. So let's just get going with this. It's a waist part. And you don't have to watch these. I'm just doing the same thing over and over, but it gives you a good idea of how long things take. And I think that's quite important for people starting off to understand that. Things don't take 5 minutes, they do take time, so some things take 5 minutes. Like this took a couple seconds. But you know what I mean. Let's orientate that. I go that way. Let's go that way. And I can just not orientate, optimize. Cool. And I'm going to put this down here in this little waiting room. If you're just joining us on this one, I call it the waiting room because that's where I put things because I've already organized up here. Oh, that's that done. So we only need to UV this one because that's a duplicate of that. So and we have got a lot of this inside stuff which we might delete. Let's see how it goes. Let's UV, delete UVs, and UV camera based, as always. So I'm just going to go around and select my edges I want to cut. So I'm pretty much going to see what I can get away with first with just doing the main bulks. Might be able to get away with it. So we're not. So I'm just going around and doing this mostly the outside bit. Sorry, I keep drifting away from my mic, so let's move back to it. Just get so into UVing, I'm sorry. It's my dream. Cool. Let's cut that, and then we go to UV shout. And maybe if we're lucky, that might be good enough. Looks like a pair of Y fronts. Well, effectively they are. So let's check that out, see how that's looking. It's not that bad. I think that's probably making it worse. Doing optimize. I don't think that's obviously not the best, but we're not gonna see a lot of that. I think that might be alright, you know. Let's just do it anyway, because I know it's better to do this like that. Cool. It's quite possibly that it was better joined, but we can just try this anyway. So we'll just do the edit, pin selection, and UV wrap. So that forces it to be straight. We'll just optimize that, edit, unpin, optimize. It's probably because you probably should have taken that bit off, but I'm not too bothered. It's a bit flatter. And it works a bit nicer. Excuse me. I think that should be okay. Let's set the texel density. Although I'm not too keen on how that's joining up there, so I'm going to undo that. Keep undoing. If I can undo. Nope, no more undos. So I'm just going to reselect these edges and sew them back on. Sometimes you just got to try things, move them so. And I just feel I got a better result, a more uniform result like that, even though it's not kind of what I wanted, but for the time that I want to spend on it, let's optimize that. I think that's all right. A lovely pair of Y fronts. And this is the inside, so I was going to gamble and do that. And it might be right, you know. Just getting closer as I'm doing that, so I'm not doing anything weird. I think it's actually worked better on the pretty decent actually. So that's surprisingly easy. And I know it's kind of not perfect, but I'm not going to worry about that. Did I assign the UV? So I'll just make sure I assign the UV to that so I know it's been done. And what I have noticed, we got a gap here. We can sort of see inside, which is a... Ooh, what's happened here? Oh, it could be because this is a duplicate. And it's slightly offset, so I might have to move this all. Anyway, let's duplicate that. Minus in, is it in the X? Nope. It's in the Z. Minus 1 in the Z. Let's just line that up. And we can delete that. Cool, so we have got like a bit of ass showing here. I got a feeling that's because it's fitting around the top. It's probably because we've had to slightly offset it. Or we just weren't paying attention, we've completely missed it. So what we can do, let's not do it that way. Let's make sure we're in world. Let's try and adjust this. just so we can sort of cover up this sort of hole. It's not so bad, it's just so we don't see in there. I'm not too bothered if we see a little bit of a gap, but we don't really want to see right in there, do we? We can cover it up with a bit of a geo doing that. So we definitely need to unfold that. Just put that back to how it was. Hopefully that hasn't changed anything. Nope, because we've only just done that, so it's fine. Cool. So we have duplicated this, so we need to select these and we can move them across. So we need to flip them in the U so they're not backwards. So if we so the letter should be facing the right way. And let's see if we can pack these. Let's make sure these are set. Bring these down here. So we're getting very close to finishing UVing, which is nice feeling. I don't know how you guys like UVing, but oh, it's not gonna fit. Let's keep them together. Oh, it will fit. What am I on about? I've just got to make sure I can get that space in. There we are. Let's check out the checkerboard. The good thing about the checkerboard is when you do turn it on, if there's something outside, it will highlight. So it's quite good to always check with that, even though you're using the UV checker. Cool. Let's get going on to this bit here. We have actually already done this, so I wonder if we can get away with doing a transfer. I can't remember how to do it. I haven't done it in ages, so I can't even remember where it is. You have to give me a couple seconds to find it. It's in here somewhere. I haven't done it in so long. Oh, I think it's in here. I can't remember how that works, to be honest, but I haven't done it in a while, and I can't even find it now. It was We will get it. Right, attributes to transfer. UV sets on. Attributes things UV. Oh, I think they have to be on. I don't think it worked. I'm not doing it properly, and I'm probably breaking it. So let's just do it properly. It's not difficult, but yeah. Sorry about that. Right, delete UVs. And camera based. It's not one of the difficult ones anyway, so. Oh, look how how to do that. You can do it, and it does make things a lot easier. I just can't remember off the top of my head, if I'm being honest. I wasn't planning on using it, but we can do it another time. Not even sure if I was doing it the right way, to be honest, but. Oh, these bits are actually really annoying, aren't they? Let's turn that off. I'm unsure if the transfer attributes would, or honestly, I can't actually remember how it fully works. I don't use it often, but I'm not sure if they have to be the same size, because obviously the vertex values are slightly different as well now, because we've scaled it and changed it a little bit. I don't know. Could be completely wrong, but it's also because I haven't used it in ages. So don't hate me for that. I'm not bothered about those bits because they're on the inside. We never see them. What's happened here? This is the edge. Is that the outside edge? That is. I thought we. Oh, it is. Some of these bits are getting quite small. I don't know if you can hear that. Dog's going wild at the moment. That's on the inside. I'm not too bothered about it. Oh. We'll never see it. Bye. Dog's being silly. Sorry. So we've done that. Just put this down in the waiting room. Let's put this over here. Bit of a better use of space. Just assign the existing material, just so we can keep track. Oh, we're on 20 minutes. See if we can get through this whole leg. Oh no. It's quite a complex piece. Let's try and get this. Let's see how fast we can do this. UV. UVs. Camera based. And we have mesh. A mesh that has been joined. Okay, let's hide that but not forget about it. Let's cut. Let's turn this off because it can get a bit annoying. And I think our best place is to cut it. Probably on the inside, actually. Not that it matters because it's going to go on both sides. And we've got a triangle there, but it doesn't matter. Cool. Cut. So I'm just making sure I cut on the middle of these sort of bevels, because I know these are going to be edge loops and it's going to mean that I'm going to have to cut less. Because if you've made it in a way where you can, oh damn it, we're going to need some supporting edges in here probably. Don't necessarily always need them, but it's just like a habit. And it's currently quite late, so I might stop in a bit. But we have done an absolutely shed load of EVing. It's always good to make sure you do. That's why when you have like poles and nodes, they don't continue the edge loop, but it's not a big problem. So let's see if we can get this all done quickly. We want to join that together, it doesn't need to be separate. cut so, move and sew. Optimize that. Set. Why is that a funny size? Did we optimize that? Maybe because actually that didn't cut the edge uniformly, which is quite likely. Sometimes straightening UVs is not the best idea because it can be quite heavy. What are we on now? 26 minutes. Both of those need to be split. Hope you guys are getting a good understanding of how long things sort of take. And yeah, I guess just a decent idea of just how long things take, really. Like, you see all these people doing this stuff really fast, but it's all a bit of rubbish. Ooh, Control E. Unless they've been rehearsing it all week. I've probably said this 1,000 times already. I'm running out of things to say because I'm doing the same thing over and over. I'm sorry if I'm boring you, but it's got to be done. Not the boring part of you. Doesn't have to be done, but understand that there are very boring parts of VFX as well. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. Sometimes there is UVing. But honestly, it's not that bad. Like, it's just sort of a brain off go sort of thing. I'm not sure actually how much I can talk about this anymore because it's actually giving me a sore throat. Seem to have done that in a record time. Let's squeeze these together a little bit better. So over that. There's the rest of our stuff. Ooh, don't move it. Oh, there's also that as well, wasn't there? Edit, delete by type history as well. Usually Tauruses have, I don't know, usually they have a, oh, it's probably because I did that. Did the camera project me? But yeah, Tauruses usually have a pretty decent UVs already. So I'm going to remember that I'll put that there because I'll forget. I'm just going to merge these back together. Mesh, combine. Oh no, see, this is bad. We do not want it to say. Let's save that. Oh no, actually file 16 as. I like to do it that way, but okay, so let's Control D and Shift P that out of that group. Let's mesh, combine. Cool. So what did we call that other bit? Thigh joint. Delete that and put that into the group. Cool. Because nothing ever comes good of when you start getting strange things with your polys that look like that. So always be wary of that. Sometimes just exporting out as an OBJ fixes it as well, but it's worth keeping an eye on if it happens. This is upside down. Or just the wrong way around. Cool. It's better. Unless you want it to go the other way. That's perfectly fine as well. Right. Let's organize all this. Right. It's pretty safe to say those can hide in there. Also, this is rubber, remember? Completely forgot about that. What was the other rubber bit? It's kind of we'll go through that a bit later on. Sort of why we will kind of want to. It makes it easier to work with in like Mari or Substance that you've got separate UDIM sort of stacks for different materials. This makes it a little bit more easier to sort of organize. But then it's also down to how the texture artist wants it as well. You might not care, but some might. Cool. So what are we on? 33 minutes, and we've done the leg and knee. Wow. Okay. Let's save that. This is taking so long. I think just for the sake of it, I might just... This is a fairly quick bit, I know that. UV. Delete UVs. And we are done. No, we're not. We need to... It probably was easier to actually just like deselect that in the UV editor after unwrapping it. But hey, I've done it now. Let's cut that. let's just do it in the done. Control U, done. Control U, done. Control U. Let's add edge loops in here. So not edge loops, seams. Let's select all these and just set the texel density. So they kind of all scatter apart if you don't keep an eye on them. Let's see if we can put this all in a nice little neat package. And we're getting very close to finishing the UVing. Definitely have to check if I've got a soul left after all this, but I complain, but it's not that bad. It is when you leave a lot to do at once. I'm not gonna lie, it is a bit painful. So I'd always suggest do it as you go along. But we're here now. Cool, and I think I'm going to call it as that because we're on like 40 minutes. Cool, so yeah, if you've actually watched this, it's great. Put a comment in the comments. I'm probably going to go to bed now, I'm pretty tired. I've tried to get as much of this done as possible, but it just takes a long time. There is a quick way you can just auto UV it, but it's awful. It's really awful. But we're so close to having it done, so yeah, if you've enjoyed that tutorial, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more like this.